Can you tell me when your back pain started?
My back injury was when I was 19 in Korea. I was an infantry medic working on some training projects in the field. Slid down a cliff face with a ruck, aid bag, broke my right ankle and felt a twinge in my back. And over time my back got worse. I initially saw Dr. Smith when he was with the Heidemann group 10.5 years ago after my second son was born. I got tired of taking all the narcotics that I had to take to function. It didn't affect me cognitively, but it affected me physically. It got to a point where I got drop foot a lot with my right leg. All the pain went down the right side of right front of my leg. And I actually had to take myself off the fire engine because I felt I was unsafe. And then I followed up with Dr. Smith through the VA again, and luckily I was able to get the surgery to repair my back.
So a few years before you decided to do it.
Well, it's a scary surgery.
Of course it is.
You see all the bad outcomes, and that's all you ever see is the bad outcomes.
Isn't media great?
It's awesome.
It's always the bad stuff. They never put on the good stuff.
And you know, I did a ton of research, and Dr. Smith, I believe, would get irritated with me at times because I ask questions.
Good for you.
But I've been in the medical field since I was 17 as a medic in the Army, and if you don't understand something or don't know something, then research it, learn it. If you don't learn it, then you're not going to be educated, you're not going to understand, you're not going to make the right decision for yourself.
Exactly. Technology has changed a lot.
Yes, ma'am, it did.
Recovery.
Yes, ma'am.
What used to take 3 to 4 days now takes 24 hours outpatient.
Yes.
Less than 24 hours. It's amazing, I think. And the incision is less than an inch.
Yes.
Compared to
having
10.
Your back open.
Exactly. Yes.
When I was at the fire department and I had trouble climbing into the engine, into the cab of the engine, I knew at that point, okay, I'm going to put my guys in harm's way because I'm not able to do my job.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to get this fixed.
Good for you.
So
how long ago did you have your surgery?
May 10th a year ago, May 6th a year ago.
So 1 year ago?
About 1 year ago.
What did you have done?
I had the L4, L5 fusion utilizing the stem cells.
Okay.
And I have to say that the surgery was quick and easy. Foundations did a wonderful job. I'm pleasantly surprised at the care they gave me after surgery. The surgery I wasn't worried about with Dr. Smith. You know, the other thing is I follow him on Facebook and Twitter. When I woke up, they had me up walking around the same day. Getting into my wife's car going home was a little difficult because the car she had at the time was sunk to the ground. I will say that the next morning I text Dr. Smith and he answered immediately.
I'm glad.
It was a Sunday morning, which I was like surprised. I felt bad. It's like, wait a second, he gets a couple days off, you know, a week maybe. But I was walking 3 miles in a month.
Good.
6 weeks after surgery, I was back on a fire engine. I was functioning as a driver operator. I was still the station captain. Was cleared after 3 months for full duty. I'm back to full duty and I have no issues.
So you're back to full duty, back with your team, ready to go.
I've been, I also moonlight on an ambulance here in town, PRN. I was back on an ambulance after a few weeks as well. I have no issues, honestly. Like I'll play softball with the fire department's team. I have normal soreness the next day of a 44-year-old man.
Yeah.
I don't have back pain anymore.
Good for you.
You know, I'll be a little sore because I'm 44 and I'm playing softball.
Exactly.
You know, and you know, the one thing that I can always say is, if this technology was around 10 years ago, I would have gotten it done immediately. I'll be honest, I knew that Dr. Smith, not only because of his educational background, his continuing education, but I like he's a personable guy. You can talk with him.
Great.
Matter of fact, I'm moving to Joint Base Lewis McChord next month. I'm coming back in June of next year to have him follow up and take him out.
Follow up. Well, thank you.
No, I mean, I'm not letting anybody else touch my back.
And that's good, though. We love that. We don't want anybody else to touch your back. And
it got scary. I mean, when I couldn't go outside with my 2 young sons and play catch.
Yeah.
For about 5 minutes before my back was killing me, it's like, okay, I need to do something.
Yeah.
Now I do everything I did with them before, before it got really bad.
And your softball team is going to a championship.
Yeah, but my age is starting to catch up.
I think that's... Mr. King, can you tell us a little bit about recovery after your surgery?
I used to take, I always say chew on, but I used to take anywhere between 4 and 6, 10, 30, 10, 325 Vicodin, 2 or 3 10 milligram morphine, and 2 or 3 tizanidine a day. The pain management was no longer managing my pain.
Yeah.
So the day of surgery, of course, like I said, I was in pain, but the next day that day when I got home, my wife was terrified because I got up and said, I'm gonna walk to the end of the block. And once I started getting my strength back, I had no more pain because it was...
But you know your body.
Exactly. The most frustrating thing for me was not being able to immediately go back to work.
3 months though, going back full duty to being a fireman, I think that's really good.
I was back on shift after 6 weeks. After the first couple weeks, it wasn't a big deal.
Awesome.
But I have to say that it was the best thing I ever did.
I'm glad.
Period. I mean,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Again, thank you so much for taking the time to do this.
No problem, anytime.
Thank you.
You're welcome.